A very good evening all. I'm Aditi Lamba with the Tuesday night edition of South Asian News. Welcome to Vision of Asia, the voice of our community. We are coming to you from our studio in New York City. Here is what's happening in the nation tonight. Nearly 2.7 million cases of the coronavirus with at least 128,000 deaths. Global total of COVID-19 cases is 10.3 million and more than 506,000 deaths. Here in the United States, at least 17 states in the country have paused or rolled back on their reopening in response to a surge in infections. States California, Texas, and Florida are reporting record surges in new cases of the novel virus, leading to a sobering assessment of containing this pandemic. In California and Texas, bars have been ordered shut. Arizona has its bars, gyms, and other businesses shut, and Florida has many of its beaches ordered closed for the upcoming 4th of July weekend. Meanwhile, states once seen as the epicenter in the U.S., New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, have expanded their list of states from which they ask visitors to quarantine upon arrival. Today, nation's top health experts testified before a Senate hearing, stating that COVID-19 cases could go up to 100,000 a day if the upward trend in some of these states doesn't turn around. Dr. Anthony Fauci and Dr. Robert Redfield, testifying, also said that they recommend masks for everyone and that they are extremely important, and urged Americans, especially the younger generation, to wear face coverings as states continue to struggle to contain the virus. We'd also like to remind our audience to follow all the latest from the CDC and your state government on COVID-19 updates and measures, and keep practicing social distancing. The World Health Organization said that this pandemic is far from being over, so we hope that you all stay safe and practice good hygiene and healthy habits during this time period. If you are a South Asian medical professional working on the front line in the current hotspot states, please reach us with your story, your experience on events at itvgold.com. Also calling essential businesses to share their perspectives with us. With that, let's begin tonight's episode of South Asian News. Tonight we have a special ITV Gold presentation on the importance of sustaining Indian cultural heritage and its impact on the older South Asian population. Here are the headlines. ITV Gold exclusive, get to know My Indian Nursing Home program by Mukund Tucker, Comfort, Culture and Care. It's time for a short break on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I'm Aditi Lamba and this is Vision of Asia, South Asian News segment, Tuesday night episode. We have tonight a special feature commending the work and efforts of South Asian cultural integration and its impact on the South Asian community in the United States. We are talking today about My Indian Nursing Home program by Mukund Tucker, serving the Indian senior community all across the states of New Jersey and New York. This incredible program provides nursing home and rehab care to Indian senior citizens. The program prides itself in exceptional quality care of the Indian seniors in producing an environment and experience similar to their motherland, India, with language, culture, and heritage celebrated and cared for. The My Indian Nursing Home program by Mukund Tucker has revolutionized medical care for Indian enriched with Indian culture. We have tonight an exclusive discussion featuring key members of My Indian Nursing Home program, along with ITV Gold's chairman, Padma Shri Dr. Sudeep Parikh, on the importance of the skilled nursing home care to Indian seniors. The discussion reflected upon how integration of Indian heritage through celebrations of Indian festival, fresh Indian food, Indian TV, news, prayer meetings, and Indian activities are conducted daily by My Indian Nursing Home by Mukhi Thakur. Here is the story.
Indian Nursing Home Program at Aristacare pioneers in providing comfort, culture and care to our Indian community for the last 11 years.
We also specialize in long-term care when an elderly person needs a little extra care and support to live their best life possible.
Our facilities provide religious and cultural activities. We celebrate all Indian festivals, Indian food, Indian TV, music and entertainment.
We work together as a family to ensure the success of each patient, and we're always talking about how we can raise the bar. We have freshly, healthy, homemade food made on premises. Only at Aristacare will you find specialty high-tech therapy equipment like aquatherapy pool and locomotor treadmill training. Therapy is a crucial component of well-being, and Aristacare is famous for our outstanding therapy.
For more information, call me 1-800-328-7013.
Give us a little bit of history about your relationship with our Indian program at Aristacare. How long have you been?
Well, that time during our banquet time, we gave, I think Cedar also came that day. And both we gave them platform to, and that time 1,000 people were there in that dinner time, it's a banquet time. And then from there, of course, through my newspaper, through my TV, we are promoting Aristacare for last almost since inception, 2005. And also word of mouth too, because I'm very well respected in the community. I was honored by Government of India twice for my philanthropic work. And US-India relations is the highest civilian award, which given to only few people, less than 50 out of 1 billion. So it's like a congressional medal kind of award, yeah. And then I also got knighted by Pope in the Vatican. Yes, for my philanthropic work, and that's why I'm Sir now. I'm Knight of Malta. So, and of course, lot of community work, lot of philanthropic work. I involved in all the NGOs and all the Indian organizations. So. This initiative of Dr. Thakur and Sydney, it's really, I understood right away, and it's very appreciative. Because see, our culture is little different than American culture, because all this, our parents came from India, right? They have certain kind of routine of what to eat, what food to eat, right? And plus how to pay the god and all sorts of things, and how to, recreation, like a certain festival we celebrate, schedules, celebration, all those things makes big difference. So I think, and my mother-in-law was here from 2007 to 2015 as a resident in Aristacare. So I used to come almost every day. My wife used to come almost every day, not almost, but every day to spend some time with her. So I'm very much aware of this thing. And so when my mother needed this kind of facility because of the fracture of the knee, I say the best place I can take you is Aristacare, and we know. Ankita, we know Mukundbhai, and of course I know Sydney. So I felt very confident about bringing.
You know Sydney's my brother, right?
Huh?
Sydney's my brother, you know that?
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. So now I know you too. So, so I think whatever.
The actor calls me his brother's brother.
Oh, I see. So I think you have great. You are not only doing a medical kind of service, but you are doing a community service. It's a great community service to our Indian community, because you may not appreciate fully how much blessing you are getting out of these old people. Because you see, these are the parents whose children, they are well-meant children, but they are so busy in their own life, own work. do not have enough medical facility or ability to provide everything at home, and what you are providing is a home away from home. Let me say one sentence: a home away from home, and you cannot go. Nobody can ask more than that.
Thank you so much, Sudhir bhai. This program is for me, my heart and soul. I put my heart and soul in it. Not only that, but my 3 daughters, 3 son-in-law, also my son and his wife, my daughter-in-law. We are completely think that this is our parents and grandparents. So we are never thinking about the business. We never even thinking about we are doing like a nursing home work. Even though my staff, if you go in another nursing home or another facility, there's a residence. We never say residence. We say ba, that means mother. We say dada, this means grandpa. We are calling like that. Dada, you want to eat? Dada, you want to drink? Ma, ba, you are hungry? We are talking like that. So they think that this is our family, you know. So this whole concept and this whole program is not created by me, created by God. And our first God in our religious book, in a first page, they write down that first God is a mother, second God is father, third God is your teacher who teach you from layman to wise man, and the teacher, the guru teach you, the religious guru, the educated guru, they make you a real man, they make you a perfect person. So and then God number came at 4, and when God say, if you avoid all these 4 people, and if you come to my temple, I will never smile for you, I never even open eye for you. So this is our religious, this is our culture, and God sent me from India to here because of this is the only one program complete in America. People came from LA, Texas, Chicago, Florida, from everywhere. And we promised to the community, we promised to the God, we are business later on, but we are serving as our own parents. Believe me, sometimes I never sleep at night. Sometimes I cry. Sometimes I saw someone, my parents are suffering. I'm sit down together at like 4 o'clock in the morning and pray for them. This is not a business. This is not. So people are from LA, Texas, Chicago, don't know me personal. They just they know my name, and if they send my loved one in my facility and I not give them care, I have to answer God in heaven too. So I'm not going to any kind of things whatever supposed to be do. I am definitely, me, my family and all my staff, I will do definitely whatever I have to do with my parents.
When we joined my father, one thing he said is they are old, they cannot go to the temple every day like in India. Back in the days, they go to temple before they start their day. So that's what we do here. They do prayers before they do anything in the morning. So, and same in the evening, and that's what they do in India. And my father said they cannot go in the temple now. So we have to bring temple here. So we have to do all the festivals here, all the celebrations here, so they feel home. And whenever we celebrate the festival, we celebrate it just like they do it in the temple. So they don't miss out on anything. And that is very important to them at this age.
It was so nice to see. They were all smiling. They were all so happy. And I am new to the facility, so this was my first experience. It was very, very nice. And you can see how being here constantly with the interaction from staff, from other residents, it's so beneficial for them.
It's time for a short break on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. This is Vision of Asia, the South Asian news segment, and I am Aditi Lamba. We continue now on our ongoing ITV Gold exclusive featuring My Indian Nursing Home by Mukut Thakur, focused on comfort, culture, and care.
What would you say to the family to say, here's the questions that you should ask to know whether you're getting Indian light or a real program? That's my question. What would you tell that family?
I would always, tell that family that ask your parents, those who are getting a service here, high quality of the service, how they feel. And if parents feels very satisfied and very happy, that answers the question. Just like I say that last week when my mother called me when I was examining patient and my phone rang and FaceTime, and she said that I'm having blessing of the Rath Yatra, then that's most satisfied to me than anything else. That tells me the story of the facility, you know.
So important. You can only create those big festival events, and Kitty, you could probably talk more because you told me a whole thing about how much our staff is committed to make sure those events are literally just as they would be in the temple. You had mentioned how staff stays overnight, late, does at home. Maybe you want to elaborate about just to show the flavor of the care that, again, we have Mr. Thacker, Ankita, but it's trickled down. If your interpreter, if your translator, if your aide sees how important this program is to you, it makes a difference to them that they go above and beyond. So maybe you want to tell us a little bit about what goes into making these events so successful.
Okay, so when we celebrate the festival, before that we have to sit with Mr. Thacker so he can tell us what is important, nitty-gritty things, because he lived in India and he is a priest too. So he knows how to celebrate in a real way. We don't want to make any mistake, and we don't want to just celebrate so it looks good, but we want to celebrate so they can relate to it. That's how they did it in the temple. So my parents can tell us the real way. So we sit, have a meeting, and then all the staff that is expert in this, depending on the festival, we wear our Indian attire. In a dancing festival that is for 9 days, we wear Indian chaniya cholis, and it's different saris and all that. And different festival has different meaning. So we decorate everything, the whole wing, the temple.
How long does that decorating take? What goes
Decorating takes, depending on what the festival is, like for Rath Yatra that we recently celebrated, took us 2 days because we had to make it out of...
that cart, the cart?
Yes, the cart. So we had to make the cart so then we can bring it to both the wings, because now in COVID situation they cannot come out of the rooms. So then we had to, because it is on a chariot, so we had to make it like that. So it takes lot of thoughts, and it requires so many things now that we cannot go to the stores and buy things for that. So we got everything from our homes and nursing home, recreation closet, and whatever we had, we put it together. Yes, and we do get a lot of things from India. We ship it, and So depending on the festival, it takes a lot of time. And in the New Year's festival, when all the community leaders, including Sudhir Bhai and everybody comes, it takes us weeks and weeks to prepare for it. And the night before, staff literally stays here until 3-4 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
Because we can get it done from the decorator, but we want to do it for our residents. We want to see them what we do. So every day they see what we are doing, what we are preparing, what goes behind the scene.
Wow.
So they really enjoy that, and they get involved, saying, oh, let's do this, let's do that, let's put this picture, this, all that. So it's like they even get involved. We do everything to make them happy, so they feel the part of it, that we are part of it. Wow. They make garlands sometimes for the guard, and it's beautiful.
Today's day and age, we touched on before, we as a facility clinically do much more than we ever did in the past. In other words, because they're kicking people out of the hospital, no one stays in the hospital. We have people that in the past were just about an ICU. We have very sick people. So I want to go over a couple of programs that we have and get your input and see whether you benefited from it, whether you heard about it. Our Live MD program. Are you familiar with that program? Have you, the telemedicine? Telemedicine. Did you ever experience it with your loved ones? Did they ever? We provide everything. So we'll have the 24-hour interpreter. I mean, besides the interpreter, but saying 24-hour, not 24-hour. We have the nurse practitioner every day. That can, the interpreter, that's what I meant, interpreter could then help them with that piece.
He's also getting physiotherapy right now, every day. And I spoke to both the therapists, occupational therapists and physiotherapists, as well as physiatrist Dr. Bhatt. And they all are so kind and so caring. And I think that your physiotherapy department seems to be up to date and up the mark department. And really services is very good.
So we have an employee recognition program here. We have it in all of our buildings really, but it differs from each building. But in this building specifically, we ensure that they are recognized if they do something that's worth recognition. So we have a nurse, one of our nurses. She's going around and cutting men's hair. No one asked her to do that. No one said.
Do you have availability today?
Yeah, I know. It's hard for me to get a haircut out there. So she cuts their hair, and that little thing that she's doing is so beneficial. It makes them look good. It makes them feel good. And it makes her feel good too. She's doing something for them. So we want to recognize that. So we have like a scale. The first recognition, they get a gift card. Second one, they get a t-shirt. And we make sure that we're hitting each, if they continuously show how amazing they are, we make sure that they are recognized for that. So, I think it's really...
The final recognition that we did with them, with Sydney, you remember?
Oh, no, but I was told.
If you work, if you work with the mind, is a special value. If you work with the heart, is a special value. And if you work with the heart and mind, is make a lot of difference. We always, Ankita say that most of the staff, if I have a wedding or anything, they come to my house. Most of the people know where I am live. Any kind of little or important festival or anything, my staff come to my home and is like my family. So that's make a lot of difference in my program. And again, I tell you, I do this program with the mind, with the heart, and my soul. That's why the program is success. Not for if you give any kind of cutting corner and all these things is not going to be good.
Well, Mukund bhai, Robert, just convey to your father Sydney, Steve, Jocelyn, and Ankita. Really, I thank you from bottom of my heart. You guys are doing great work. It's a big community service. It's a great humanitarian effort you are doing it, and we really appreciate that. And as I said in the beginning, that all my TV and newspaper is your platform. You can use to promote this good work, and I will be very fortunate and give us the opportunity to promote your great work.
Now we have a sad community news to share. Yesterday, the executive director of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Deepak Dave, passed away in New York due to a heart attack in his office. A community leader, Deepak Dave was a known actor and a theatre personality who shot to fame with popular Gujarati movie Nano, Diyario Ladko, and also acted in several plays and TV shows. Renowned actor Anupam Kher took to Twitter to share the sad news, saying that he is shocked and saddened by the sudden death of a friend and a theatre thespian, Deepak Dave, and added that he was cultured, humble, and extremely helpful. The entire team of ITV Gold Parekwa Y Media gives our condolences to the family and friends of Deepak Dave. And this is all for tonight's show. Remember to send us your suggestions and get your voices and organizations on our show. Email us on events@itvgold.com or follow us on Facebook at ITV Gold. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch many of our popular shows for free. Thank you for joining us tonight from Queens, New York. This is Vision of Asia. I am Aditi Lamba. Take care and be well.